Let me describe something that's probably happened to you. You ask AI a question, it gives you a technically correct answer, but when you actually try to use it, it doesn't work. Maybe it's too long, maybe it's in the wrong tone for your audience, maybe it's structured as a paragraph when you needed a quick list. The information was right, but the shape of it was wrong. Today, we are going to fix that. You are going to learn how to control not just what AI says, but how it looks, how it sounds, and where it stops. Welcome back to TechAutopsy, where we stop hoping AI understands and start giving it instruction it can actually follow. Here's what most people don't realize about AI failures. When an answer feels unusable, it's usually not because the AI got the fact wrong. It's because the delivery was wrong. Imagine asking someone for direction. They know exactly how to get there, but they gave you a 5-minute story when all you needed was 3 turns. The knowledge was there, you just didn't tell them how to package it. That's what happens with AI. It knew the answer, you just didn't tell it how to deliver it in a way you could actually use. Here's the definition that frames this entire episode. Prompt engineering isn't just about what the AI should say, it's also about three other things. First, how it should look. Paragraph, bullet points, a table, step by step instruction. That's format. Second, how it should sound. Casual and friendly, professional and formal, technical and precise. That's tone. Third, where it should stop. How long? How many examples? What topics to avoid? Those are constrained. When you control all three, you are not just getting answers, you are getting answers you can actually use without rewriting them. Let me tell you why controlling output matters, especially if you are planning to use AI for anything beyond one-off question. When you control format, tone, constraint, three things happen. First, the result become reusable. You are not rewriting or reformatting every answer. You can copy, paste, and use it immediately. Second, hallucination drops. When you set boundaries, the AI has less room to wander into making things up. Tighter constraint mean fewer mistakes. Third, AI becomes something you can integrate into your actual workflow. It stops being a guessing game and start being a reliable tool. This is the difference between playing with AI and actually using it professionally. Let's start the format, the shape of your output. Format answers one simple question. What should this look like when it comes back to you? Paragraph are for reading, when you need a flowing explanation. Bullet points are for scanning, when you need to extract key ideas fast. Tables are for comparison, when you are weighing options side by side. Step by step lists are for execution, when you need to follow a process. Each format serves a different purpose. And here's the thing, if you don't choose, the AI will pick one for you. And it usually picks paragraph because paragraphs are safe, general purpose, and work for almost anything. But works for almost anything often means perfect for nothing. When you specify the format, you are telling the AI exactly how to package the information so you can use it immediately. Next is tone, how the answer should sound. Tone controls something subtle but powerful perception. Think about it this way. Imagine you are reading a guide on how to manage stress. One version sounds like a medical textbook. Implement cognitive behavior techniques to modulate cortisol response. Another version sounds like a friend. Try taking 5 deep breaths when you feel overwhelmed. Same advice, completely different feeling. One makes you want to close the tab, the other makes you want to try. That's what tone does. Teaching tone is patient and builds understanding step by step. Executive tone is direct and prioritize decision. Beginner friendly tone avoids jargon and uses examples. Wrong tone makes a correct answers feel wrong, like it wasn't written for you. The right tone makes the same information feel instantly usable. The third element is constraint, and this is the one most beginners completely skip. Constraints are boundaries. They tell the AI what not to do, where not to wander, and when to stop. Example: keep it under 150 words. Use no jargons. Give exactly 3 examples. Don't include history or background. Admit when you are uncertain instead of guessing. Here's why constraint matters. Without them, AI tries to be comprehensive. It wants to cover every angle, every possibility, every edge case. That sounds helpful, but it usually just creates bloat. Constraint forces focus. They tell the AI, I don't need everything. I need this specific thing. And when the AI knows where to stop, the output becomes tighter, cleaner, and far more useful. Let me explain something important about how constraints actually protect you from bad output. AI hallucinates, meaning it makes things up when the space is too open. When there are too many possible directions, too many ways to answer, the AI sometimes fills gap with invented details. Think of it like this. If I ask you to tell me about Europe, you could talk about history, geography, culture, food, politics. The options are endless. And in that endlessness, it's easy to mix up a detail or blur something together. But if I asked you to name 3 capital cities in Western Europe, the space just got much smaller. There's less room to wander, less room to guess. That's what constraints do for AI. They shrink the search space. Fewer possible paths means fewer opportunity to make mistakes. Less creativity, more correctness. And in most cases, correctness is what you actually need. Here's an exercise I want you to try after this episode. Pick any topic, let's say healthy eating, and now ask the AI to explain it in 4 different formats. First, as a paragraph, you will get a flowing narrative explanation. Second, as bullet points, you will get the same information but now it's scannable. Third, as a table, maybe comparing different food groups or meal plans. Fourth, as a step by step guide, like how to plan a week of healthy meals. Same topic, same AI, 4 completely different outputs. This is the stress test. It proves that AI isn't inconsistent. You are just changing the container. And when you understand that, you realize you have had control this entire time. Let's talk about 3 mistakes that make output feel messy and how to spot them. Mistake 1: no format specified. The AI picks paragraphs by default, even when You needed a list or a table. Mistake 2. No tone defined. The AI hedges between casual and format. The result sounds like it wasn't written by a committee. Third, no limit set. The AI tries to be comprehensive and gives you 500 words when you needed 100. If your output feels bloated, unfocused, or like it needs heavy editing before you can use it, check this slide. One of these three controls is missing. The fix is simple. Before you hit send, ask yourself, what's the format, what's the tone, and what's the limit? Answer those three, and the quality jumps immediately. Here's what I want you to take away from this episode. AI is powerful, but only when you give it boundaries. Format controls the shape, so the output fits how you actually need to use it. Tone controls the voice, so the answers feel right for your audience. Constraint control the limit, so the AI stays focused instead of wandering. Master these three, and AI stops feeling random. It starts feeling predictable, reliable, and ready to integrate into your actual work. You are not hoping anymore, you are instructing. And that's the difference between playing with AI and using it professionally. That's episode 6 of TechAutopsy. You now know how to control format, tone, and constraint, the three elements that turns messy AI output into something you can actually use. In the next episode, we are going to look at the mistakes beginners make in their first 50 prompts, the patterns that waste hours and produce garbage output. We will dissect them one by one and show you exactly how to avoid them. If this episode's made feel AI more predictable, hit like. Share it with someone who says AI writes messy answers, and subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. See you in next Autopsy room. Thank you.